G'day guys, it's been a long time since I've made a Tandy video, so I think now's as good a time as any. And today's project is this Tandy 1000HX that was kindly donated to me by Mark Shannon. So Mark, I really appreciate that, mate. This is definitely a bucket list item for me. And yeah, I've been working on this machine for the last couple of weeks and making some good progress, so I thought I'd bring you guys along for the ride. So as you can probably see, it doesn't have any disk drives, and it's also got some broken keys, so yeah, definitely some work required. However, I do have some nice goodies for it that I've been holding on to for quite a while. So this is actually Robert Kronecki's Tandy 3-in-1 card, which has has XT IDE adapter, CF card. Sorry, it's got XT IDE with CF card, COM1 port, and it also has extended RAM and an additional 512K of RAM for taking it to from 256K up to, I think it's 768 if I remember correctly. And as you can see, I've bodged on one of my adapters, so that now I've been able to add a second COM port, so I can have a Wi-Fi modem as well as a mouse. So that was kind of fun. I've kind of bodged up this 3D printed bracket for now. I will design a proper one in Fusion 360, but for now it does the job. So yeah, let's get into it. I'll turn the camera around and zoom in a bit, and I'll show you what I've had to do for it. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, it's got some broken keys. Unfortunately, the Australian Customs decided they wanted to mangle it for me and make my life a bit harder. So I'll just take the lid off. And as you can see, I've got a very different looking power supply and fan. I'll just move the camera in a little bit further so you can see that. So yeah, this was a Flex ATX power supply that I have taken apart and modified to be a Tandy power supply. As you can see, I haven't got around to actually getting the right plug for this yet, but I was able to make the right plug to replace this, and looked into the Tandy reference manual for these to actually work out what the correct pin out was. Yeah, so if anyone is wondering what the header is, this is what I got from JCar. So basically it's 3.96 millimeters center to center on the actual pin terminals, and yeah, you can just get them in a cheap pack like that. So I don't know what the equivalent to JCar is in the US or UK, but yeah, JCar kind of took over the space where Tandy Electronics used to be here in Australia, when Radio Shack unfortunately sold Tandy to Woolworths, and Woolworths, being Woolworths, didn't know how to run a electronic shop and ran it into the ground. So yeah, but yeah, you can also see that I've left a 3.5mm cable here for myself, just for emergency use, which has actually proved to be quite a good decision and quite handy. And hopefully you can see that I've also got one of my Smartwatch Plus adapters in there, the HX version, and yeah, that works quite well. So yeah, let's fire it up, and I'll show you guys it working. Oh, you can see that it's missing the top shield and everything. Aside from the broken keys, it does work, which is quite good. So I'll just put this back in. Actually, I'm going to put the lid on first, because you could definitely get a fairly nasty shock from that, and I don't particularly feel like getting a fairly nasty shock from it. I've actually already managed to do that to myself once. I don't want to repeat it. So yeah. Okay. Just pull these out of the way. I've just got them running out of the case for the moment, just so that I can access my spare external floppy drive. Alright, so that's that in. Put this in. Probably helps if I put it up the right way. For anyone wondering why I'm using the the extra power, I do have one of my adapters in here, but unfortunately I haven't got around to making a double-ended one of these, so I'm just powering it externally instead of powering it off the floppy drive cable. Works just as well. Okay, and yeah, you can also see I've got my external GoTech drive set up as well via cable. So yeah, let's turn her on. So yeah, as you can see, boots straight up. Sorry about the dodgy angle. I kind of sitting in front of the machine. So yeah, as you can see, 640k of conventional memory, 620k free because it booted everything in. And you can also see that today's Monday the 15th of April. So yeah, let's go to CD, check it. So yeah, there you go. Everything is working quite nicely. You can see the hard drive is present. Yeah, that actually comes up quite well. I'm pretty pleased with that. It's detecting a mouse even though I don't actually have one plugged in, but that's fine. Yeah, and even all the graphics and everything mode. So if I go CD, let's go Tandy 64 because that's fun. I do rather like this demo. So yeah, as you can hear, audio works great too. Graphics will work. This is such a fun demo. I love it. So yeah, that's all running off my Tandy 1000HX. So yeah, if you're wondering what I plan to do next to restore this machine, it's missing the drive cage, so I'm gonna think about making a 3D printed bracket so that I can mount a floppy drive and a GoTech drive inside. The standoffs around inside the motherboard were also broken off, so I've already designed some 3D printed replacements, but I have not bothered printing them out or installing them, simply because I didn't really see that there was that much point. I don't quite know what heights I'm going to go for yet, so I need to do some more measuring before I model it up in Fusion 360, and yeah, once I get all that working and I'm happy with it, I'll make that available on printables.com for people to download and print as well. So yeah, this is the Tandy 1000HX restoration project so far, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Aside from the damage that it copped in shipping thanks to the buffoons in customs, it's working really, really well. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll hopefully place another update on how this is going soon. Cheers everyone, catch you around.